Hello, amigos fans, and welcome to the Gucci versus Kaden press conference. Obviously, first we'll be having that versus Ponchito press conference, and then we'll move on to the Gucci versus Kaden. So, introducing first, find out of the blue corner, the challenger. Please welcome to the stage, Dabber Dude. What's up, Dabber? How you doing? There you go. All right, go ahead, take a seat. Now let's introduce his opponent. Coming fighting out of the red corner, we got the boy Ponchito. What's up? Alright, so, how you guys feeling?
Feeling good, feeling confident, let's get it.
Feeling good, yeah.
Alright, let's start off with the first question. Obviously, this time around, you guys have more time to train. How does that benefit you guys now that you guys have more, to train? What are you guys, working on this time around?
Well, I'm working on my power, my conditioning, endurance and everything like that. Definitely working hard, and it's been amazing. So, yeah, training camp has been good.
What about you, Ponchito?
Training camp's been good. I have longer to train than my last fight. I've just been doing good, and that's the only thing I gotta say.
Alright, this is a question for Ponchito. So, the last time you fought Flint, it was well over a year ago now. Would you say you're more better, strategy-wise, power-wise? Or, how do you, what's the difference between you from that time around to now?
Last time around, I only had a little bit of time to train. I didn't really train as much as now. Now I have longer time to train, longer. I see just having longer trains has been benefiting me.
Alright, so Dabber. So, obviously you're there, first fight, you're the ref. What did you see from Ponchito? Does anything worry you? Or did you see some weaknesses that you can use possibly in this fight? What did you learn from that fight from Ponchito?
I'm not gonna talk about his weaknesses because then obviously my strategy's gone, but I'm not fucking worried. This shit's, honestly, this Awesome Star Gamer, you fucking saved yourself from this shit. I'm gonna be honest with you, you saved your shit from this. My sparring partners got fucking obliterated during this training camp. I don't know what to fucking say, but yeah.
How do you feel about that? All right. How do you feel about that? About what he just said? How do you feel about that?
There's no proof to back it up.
How we fucking stop stuttering. I don't need fucking proof. You know what? In fact, I just don't want to fucking scare you. How about that? So how about we fucking stand up when I'm fucking talking to you and look at me in the fucking eyes?
All right. So Dabber, so you seem very confident. If we were to have let's say the fight today, how confident are you that you could beat him? Do you think that your training camp?
Fucking nothing. Just fucking easy. I don't know. It's just fucking easy.
And how confident are you in your skills now? Are you confident? Do you still need time to train? If we're to fight right now, are you confident enough that you can win?
I'm pretty confident. I'm always gonna be confident in myself, and yeah, I'm confident. I'm ready to fight.
All right. So obviously you were kind of hesitant to take this fight, Ponchito, and a lot of people think.
Who wouldn't be? Honestly.
Yeah, a lot of people think that you're not really trying for this fight. You're just doing this for the money because obviously Dabber had to pay you in order to fight. What do you gotta say to that?
One thing I gotta say is that I wasn't really how would I say
Planning to fight?
I wasn't really planning to fight, but he offered to pay me, and who's not gonna want to fight for money?
Yeah. And what about that, Dabber? How do you feel that that you had to pay him in order for him to fight you?
It's fucking ridiculous. I understand because obviously when you're fighting a well-experienced fighter and you might be fucking beaten down. Obviously, I would see why you would need fucking money to fight him, but it makes sense. It makes sense.
All right, so Dabber, obviously you lost your last fight recently against Kaden, and a lot of people thought you gassed out in the last couple of rounds. Have you been working on that? Because that could be brutal for you. Obviously, you did good in the first rounds, and later on you kind of just gassed out.
Yeah, of course. That's what I've been mainly working about too. I already know that I have a lot of power in me, and that's what I've been mainly working on. I still work on my power. I don't get tired easily anymore, and especially since I've been sparring more. I'm actually going to be sparring probably next week again. So yeah, definitely confident this time, and I won't be gassed out.
All right, so Ponchito, obviously, Lex has been saying a lot of things that you haven't really been sparring, with heads, just bodies. And does that worry you that could be kind of a disadvantage for you? Dabber's been saying that he's been starting a lot. He's been doing full spars, including headshots and all that. Why aren't you sparring with headshots? Why is that?
I've been sparring because I just kind of started training. I didn't feel like starting sparring when I just start training.
And it doesn't worry that could be a disadvantage for you.
No, because I mean, I'll just end up sparring.
What the fuck did you just say? What the fuck? None of that shit made any fucking sense. Do you understand that the whole point of fucking getting ready for a fight is to do fucking sparring? Do you understand?
Yeah, I'm gonna do sparring next week.
Oh, holy shit. Congrats, buddy. Next fucking week. Yeah, I've been doing this shit for a whole fucking 2 months.
All right, Dabber. So would you say that this training camp is your hardest training camp ever, or is this like is easy for you, or like would you say that like this is one of the most hardest training camps for you?
No, this is actually, well, depending on what you mean. You know, obviously, honestly, I think I may be overtraining, but obviously there's no such thing as that. I'm just doing what, you know, boxers do, and that's just training hard and doing what you need to do. Even if your opponent is probably fucking trash, obviously you still need to train. There's no fucking doubt about it.
All right, so you're not underestimating Ponchito. That's clear.
Of course not, no.
And is that because you underestimated Kaden last time?
Oh, yeah, of course. Obviously, I thought it was going to end up in the same result in the first fight, but obviously it didn't. So I have this mindset of not underestimating anymore, and I just do my hard and my best, you know?
What about you, Ponchito? Because you've been pretty quiet when it comes to this, you know, fighting stuff. Is it because like you're hiding something, or is it because you just don't want to fight? Because you've been pretty quiet when it comes to this. Dabber's been the loud one in this fight.
I just rather let my actions speak for themselves.
All right, the last question for both of you is: how do you think this fight will end? Do you guys think it'll go the distance? You guys?
Let's not forget about this.
How do you guys think this fight will end? Do you guys think it's gonna be like a decision, stoppage? Let's start off with Dabber first.
Stoppage, let's get it.
What round?
I don't know what round, but I know there's definitely gonna be a stoppage. I'm not gonna say what I need to say because obviously I'm not trying to let my strategy go. But stoppage, let's get it.
What about you?
I think it's gonna be go to distance.
You think go the distance?
Yeah.
All right, so obviously Ponchito, you're kind of like the A side because Dabber's a challenger. Is there any pressure to that, being like, you know, the A side? But obviously, it's the first time that you're the A side, but you're an underdog in this fight because everybody thinks Dabber's gonna win. How do you like? Is there any pressure behind that?
I mean, personally, I don't have nothing to lose in this fight. I don't lose anything. I mean, I'm no longer in the Migos, so I'm not gonna, you know, be made fun of.
Yeah.
And, you know, I have nothing to lose in this fight. Only thing I gotta say.
Yeah. All right. What about you?
You're gonna be made fun of. I'm fucking making tons of fucking memes after you fucking lose. Serious.
What do you gotta say?
No, you are literally gonna be. I'm gonna fucking post you 10 times in my store. I'm gonna post you everywhere in my fucking Instagram.
Only thing I say, I'm gonna let my actions speak for themselves.
Yeah, actually, if you're getting fucking knocked out. But
All right. So Dabber's been talking a lot. How about we go face to face? You guys want to do that?
let's do it.
All right. Let's go. Stand up.
No touching
Keep
each
it
other.
clean. Keep it clean. Get a little bit closer, Dabber. And what are you guys gonna do to each other on June 2nd?
Fuck you up. I'm gonna fuck you up.
I'm about to.
No,
about
you're
to
not
be
gonna do
trash.
shit. You're not
I'm
gonna
about
do
to be
shit. You're not
trash.
gonna do
I'm about
shit.
to
You're not
be
gonna do
trash.
shit. You don't have shit. I'm
I'm
gonna
about
fuck
to-
you up.
I'm about to
I'm
be
gonna
trash.
fuck you up.
That's it,
I'm gonna
that's
fuck
it,
you up.
that's it,
I'm
that's
gonna
it,
fuck
that's
you
it,
up.
that's
Fuck
All right,
you up.
that's it. Thank you for coming to the press. Next is Kaden versus Gucci. Let's do it. All right, so with the Dabber versus Ponchito press conference out of the way, now we're gonna be doing the Kaden versus Gucci. You guys can see. So let's welcome the first opponent. Fighting out of the blue corner, we got my boy Little Gucci. Go ahead, take a seat from me right here. Let's get this show on the road. And his opponent, fight out of the red corner, it's your boy Raging Kaden. KJ Jacuzzi. You want to take a seat from me and get this started? Alright. To kick off this press conference, you guys know what I'm about to ask you. How do you guys feel coming into this fight?
I feel really prepared for this fight, and I can't wait for what's gonna go down.
Same thing, bro. You know, you gotta let. You're fighting. You're talking.
Alright, so obviously, there's a question for Gucci, just for Gucci. You've been getting a lot of backlash for not training. A lot of people saying you're not training, you're not being dedicated enough. And a lot of people think that, you know, even if you win this fight, you don't deserve it. You don't deserve a fight, you know, with anybody else. How do you feel about that?
I mean, there's people talking. You know, you wanna fight? You know, fight me. This May, like
June?
Yeah, this June. I cut everything off. I've been training this whole month.
You know, what do you gotta say to that Gucci's been getting, you know, backlash for not training? What do you gotta say?
I mean, I haven't really been caring about that. All I've been focusing on is myself, and I've been focusing on my skills, and everything that I hear I just don't listen to. I just want to make sure that I'm prepared for the fight, and yeah, just stay focused for myself.
All right, so obviously, Lil Gucci, you're the favorite here. Kaden's the underdog. How does it feel being the favorite? Is there any, pressure or? I mean, you were the favorite last time for your fight, for the fight against Nelson, and you ended up showing up. I mean, it was just a flawless victory. Is there any pressure though this time around?
I sparred a lot with different people, so technically, I just gotta do what I gotta do. I'm not really pressured like last time. I just gotta do what I gotta do. You know what I mean?
All right, what about you, Kaden? So you've been, the underdog most of the times in these fights. So would you say that you're kind of like used to it, being the underdog?
Yeah, I'm used to no one being on my side and then proving everyone wrong in the end. So I'll show you guys.
All right, but is there any pressure being the underdog, or you just don't really care about that?
Nah, not for this fight. I got that tunnel vision, and I'm seeing through. I'm focusing. I'm just like putting all my training and work into this fight, and let's just say I'm prepared for what's gonna go down on June.
All right, so there's a question for you, Kaden. So obviously, in your fight against Dabber, he ended up gashing out in the later rounds, but you stayed at that same pace for the whole fight. It seemed like you kept putting on the pressure, and you've been saying a lot that you've been getting your cardio up. Obviously, I don't want to tell you what's going to be your game plan because that's exposing it. But how confident are you in your game plan that you can beat Gucci?
I'm pretty confident. I've been training for quite a while now, and at this moment in time, I feel like I can win this fight.
And what about you, Gucci? The fact that you said at the same pace for that whole fight, you did get a little bit tired, but you still kept pressuring. And in your fight, you seemed that it looked like you kind of got tired. Does that kind of affect you in any way?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna be 100% honest. I did not train as much as how I did this fight. This fight, I'm training way more than I trained last time. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah, you said you only trained 2 times, 2 training days.
2-3 times.
And you did that to Nelson. So how do you feel?
And it's not trying to make fun of Nelson or anything, but I'm just like saying I've been training way more, and I've been doing a lot of push-ups. What's it called? Jump ropes, shit like that. I feel like I can make it through.
All right, so obviously you've been sharing this kind of training camp with Dabber. You guys go to the same gym and all that. I mean, you've seen Dabber fight or train at that little gym and all that. And how it's kind of like I'm asking kind of like your opinion on the whole Dabber versus Ponchito fight. Obviously, you've seen Dabber train and all that. How do you feel about his skills?
To be honest, that last fight, I feel like Dabber wasn't thinking what he was doing. If he was really thinking about it, I definitely think he could have won that fight. But this is the moment right now. You can bring that back up.
And how do you feel that, obviously you're fighting a guy who beat your friend last time around. Yeah. So you're looking to avenge Dabber?
Yeah, definitely. I'm going to try to avenge Dabber as much as I can. It's the boy. You know what I mean?
How do you feel about that he's kind of looking for revenge in this fight?
I'm also looking for revenge in this fight. I'm going to avenge Nelson for this
Woo!
fight.
Okay. So both of you guys are looking for revenge. So it's kind of like, what do you guys say? This is real beef or what?
Yeah, it's pretty good beef. But once the fight's over, the beef is settled. So
that's the same thing. We had some beef here and there, but they're settling all the beef. But got some beef right now. You know what I mean?
So obviously, Kaden, you've been saying a lot that you've been sparring. People that are a lot bigger than you, a lot older than you, and you saying how you can take a lot of shots. A lot of people are underestimating that and saying that you can't take a hit and that you'll get knocked down. How do you feel about that?
I think that's a joke. I've been sparring with people that are 17, and honestly, after getting punched very many times and just bleeding all the time, it's like I think I can take a punch, and I'm prepared for what Gucci's gonna be throwing at me.
What do you feel about that, Gucci? That he's been taking shots from a 17-year-old, people that are way bigger, more stronger than him. Do you think that your punches will still affect them, or what do you think about that?
Honestly, I've been doing sparring for a long time. When I barely started, I went to this gym. Some guy came up to me. He was like, "Hey man, you got a hard hit." And then from there, I just kept doing sparring and started hitting harder and harder. He said I got a man's hit, so I gotta do what I gotta do in this fight. Personally, I don't think people can definitely take my hits, and some people can't. But honestly, I just gotta. If they can't take it, you already know what I gotta do. Keep going.
Yeah. So this time around, you said that in your Gucci versus Nelson fight, that you said that you didn't really go full on out because you felt kind of bad for Nelson. And this time around, you're saying that you're gonna go off. You're not holding back. And you know, why didn't you go off that first fight to show everybody like what you can do?
I don't really want to talk about it right now.
Oh, okay. How do you feel that he's saying that he's gonna go off, he's not holding back, and that Nelson fight was supposedly quote unquote he wasn't trying?
Yeah, I can see what he's talking about because Nelson he doesn't weigh much, so all the punches that he was getting hit with was getting thrown. But no, I'm very prepared for this fight. I'm gonna also be going full on out. I'm gonna be going like this fight like means everything, and because it really does. This fight is a really big fight. It's bigger than any event that you guys have had before, and let's just say I'm prepared.
Yeah, there's a question for you, Kaden. So obviously, if you win this fight, you have the best record in Amigos history. You have 3 wins. And only 1 loss, obviously, with Dabber back in, 2019? I don't know. Around that time. Is there any pressure for you? Like, you don't feel no pressure?
I do have quite a bit of pressure going on, but I just want to stay focused. And no, I'm not going to let nothing distract me. I got this tunnel vision, and I'm going to go just as all out as he is. This fight means a lot, and it's the biggest event you guys have had for a while, so let's just say I'm prepared for this fight.
Okay, so there's a question for both of you guys. What's next? If you guys win, if you guys lose, first to say, what would you do, Gucci, if you lost?
I mean, I'm probably gonna, I'm not really gonna, quit anything, but probably gonna take, everything down for a little bit, focus way more on boxing. But I doubt that's gonna happen.
What would you do if you win?
If I win, I take the dub, and I'm not really gonna looking for a next opponent. It's like basically like right now, but once I win, I'm gonna claim my victory. I'm not gonna, make fun of anybody. Just keep it as is.
All right. What about you, Kaden? What are you gonna do? What would you do if you lost this fight?
If I lost this fight, it would be a little hard on me, but I think the only step I would have left in my boxing career would be to box Nelson.
Yeah.
Woo!
Obviously,
Let's go.
Nelson has been calling you out.
Yeah, I heard.
And so you would be willing to fight Nelson?
Yeah, of course.
And what would you do if you won this fight?
If I won this fight, I would want to take the big step up and box Leicester Dude.
Okay,
Just because the old beef that we had over the last summer, so yeah, or 2 summers ago.
All right, and how confident are you guys in your skills? Because obviously, again, you guys had more time than Dabber and Ponchito because this recently just happened with them, their whole fight. You guys been having it since what, March, around there?
Yeah.
When this fight was announced. So you guys have like what, 2 months till a whole month left?
Yeah.
How do you guys, what do you guys kind of do? Obviously, Kenny, you've been saying that you've been working on your cardio. Like, how confident are you in your skills, basically?
I'm pretty confident. I have that speed, and also I'm going to make sure that my speed doesn't tire me out because, we're doing 4 rounds, I think. So it's like I got to make sure that my stamina is up and that I don't get tired and gas out like how Dabber did.
What about you, Gucci? Because a lot of people saying that you haven't been training, but what are some major improvements that you've been doing from your last fight?
Physically, I've been in the speed bag a lot, got better rhythm. I feel like I can hit way harder now. This fight was supposed to happen in 6th grade a while ago. 6th or 7th grade, it's finally happening now after like 3-4 years. But yeah, I just physically, I feel like I got faster, got stronger, I got taller, my reach got bigger, longer, shit like that.
All right, there's a question for both of you guys because, like you just said, this fight was supposed to happen since 7th grade around there.
Yeah.
So if you guys were to fight in 7th grade, let's say you guys were fighting in 7th grade, do you guys think that all right? Let's start off with Kaden. So let's say you're fighting Gucci back in 7th grade, right? Do you think you could beat him, your 7th grade self?
Yeah.
Around that time, yeah.
Yeah.
You still think you could still beat him? What about you?
I feel like, I could have definitely still beat him, but now I have a higher chance of beating him.
So last question before you guys can talk to each other. If we were to have the fight right now, today, do you think you could win, or do you think you still need a little bit more time?
Most definitely, I am prepared at this point.
What about you?
I've been, I feel like before I've been ready, but now I feel like I'm definitely ready.
I'm gonna let you guys talk about it before we go face to face. So, Kaden, what do you guys say?
All I gotta say is you're not ready for fight night. Like you may said you were ready for this, you've been training for a while, your punches hit harder, but all I gotta say is you're not ready. I've been training twice as hard since last time.
Ooh.
Hey, twice as hard, you still got knocked out. I'm gonna knock you out again.
We'll see about that. We'll see. Because last time I checked, you hit Nelson pretty hard and you got right back up. So I don't think you can fight me.
Like I said, I told you I wasn't doing my full potential for different reasons. But this time, right now, I'm going full beast mode. Not passing the third round.
Okay, we'll see about full beast mode. Okay, we'll see.
Damn. You guys wanna go face to face?
Yeah.
Alright, let's do it. Come on, get up. Here we go, get close. What you guys gonna do to each other, Jinx?
I'm gonna knock this fool out. He's gonna fall into the ground. Everyone's gonna look at him, all clapping at him, thinking that they had him going to win. They're all on your side for no reason. I'm the underdog.
I'm gonna put you 6 feet deep.
Oh.
Alright, well thank you guys for coming to the press conference. June 2nd is where it's at. Kaden versus Gucci. Do not miss that fight. Coming to the Indigo channel. We'll see you guys next time. Let's go.